Hi everyone, welcome to another week's video. Today I am very happy to be sharing with you a little precious package I received. I got some more handmade watercolor paints from Arkaar Creation, which is a lovely brand of handmade watercolors made in India. They had a discount now for November and I could not resist. They have beautiful colors. I've shared previously here in the channel another set of colors that I got from them. I'm gonna leave a card here if you want to check it out later. And yeah, I got another set from them and I'm very excited to swatch them today for you. I haven't opened it yet, so let's do that. But before I start, I'd like to again thank everyone for following me here, for giving me your support. I really appreciate it. I have lots of ideas of things for the upcoming months to share with you. I'm very excited about that. So please, if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. This will help the channel to be seen by more people and to keep me going. And I really appreciate all of your support. So let's open and see what we have here. Wow, there's a lot. Okay, where should I start? Well, we have here, I think these are the colors that I bought. This must be another extra pen. I remember buying an extra pen with my sets. Maybe that's the one. She also sends usually some sweets, which is really nice. And every time I order from them, I get a little sketchbook like this one, which is also really nice. I have also a video where I show where I have filmed myself painting some butterflies on a sketchbook like this. I'm gonna also leave a card for this if you want to see. And yeah, that's really good. You have a note here in this sample paper. That's nice. And this is the sketchbook, the little kind of accordion sketchbook. And I think this may be cotton paper. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a really good paper because I've tried it before, so I'll be certainly using that for something special as well. Now let's open these packages. I'm gonna start with the tiny one. Have one half pen here. Isn't it special when you get a package like this from a small business that look like treasure and candy? And I'm always super happy when I receive these. So this is an extra color because I don't remember ordering this, so that's nice to receive. This is buff titanium, which is very useful. And I also have here some sample dot cards. So here I have Italian Raw Sienna and Syrah or something like that. I think I have this color already. And here we have Hematite Red and Benzimidazole Yellow. Now let's open this. You may be hearing some background wildlife as usual. From time to time I have some seagull serenade going on over here, so bear with me. So here is the set that I ordered. It's really nice with the window, so you can see all the colors when you swatch. This is the swatch card. It's a really neat idea, I think. And it took me a while to realize, because yeah, I didn't remember how many pens were in the set I ordered, but indeed there were 12 half pens, and I ordered this yellow. I think it is the benzimidazole yellow as an extra pen, so she put also in the box. Actually, this yellow I ordered was not benzimidazole yellow, it was iso yellow. And the set I ordered is called the Vintage Hues palette. The only thing that changes is that I asked her if she could replace the white. There's I think a titanium white in the set. I asked if it could be replaced by Gotite, and she kindly agreed to do so. So that's why you won't see a white in this palette. Now I'm gonna unwrap all of these, and then I'll be back to start swatching. I'm back. I managed to unpack all of my paints. I also drop a little bit of water into every pen, because handmade paints, they benefit from having a bit of water before, so they can pre-wet. I also did the same with the samples that I have here, and now I zoomed in a little bit so you can see me swatching. I have all of the names indicated here with the pigments if they were included in the pen. Something I forgot to mention is that it's very handy that she sends already the pens with all the name and the pigment written on the plastic pen, and they also have a little metal magnet, in the bottom, so it's nice and fixed to the metal box where they come. So let's start. The first one I'm gonna be swatching is the ISO yellow. That is one of the colors I ordered. I've never ordered a bright yellow handmade before, so this is the first one, and I'm very curious to see how it performs. It's really rich, and I would say it's semi-opaque. It's an orangey type of yellow. I thought this would be a good addition to my handmade watercolors, because it can create beautiful greens with this warm yellow. And I think that this pigment, P139, I don't have any other brand with the same pigment. It's quite unusual. I have a whole by ISO yellow, but I checked and it's not the same pigment. Now the color that she sent me as an extra, it's buff titanium. That is a super useful color. You can create beautiful pastel tones with it, and this one is nice. It's more on the grayish side. I apologize, my swatches are a bit all over the place. I did a huge one here and now I have to tone it down, otherwise I won't have space for everything, but I hope it will be okay for you to see the colors. I'm trying to dilute it a bit here at the end. It's a really nice buff titanium, this one. I actually like more when it's not too warm. The buff titanium, I have it in other brands like Roman Schmoll and Daniel Smith, and I may have, I have also from Red Clover Meadow, that is another handmade watercolor brand. Now we have Gotite. This is the color I asked her to replace the white with, because I don't really use white in watercolor. And I only have this color in the Roman Schmoll brand, and I really love it. This is more of an oval than a circle, but we'll see when it dries how it looks. The one from Roman Schmoll has a beautiful texture and some color variation. The seagulls are back. Now we have transparent Red Oxide. I think this, it's like a, looks a bit like a burnt sienna. Please don't pay attention to my crooked display of swatches over here. I am trying to stay within the lines, but it's not working very successfully, as you can see. And now we have transparent brown oxide. I really like Arkaar Creation's watercolors. This is the third time I order from them, and I always like the way the orders come. They are really well packed. She always sends some nice samples or extra pens depending on the order. The little sketchbook that I showed. Next color is Armenian Purple. I believe I have this color also from Hungry for Paint, and I really like it, and it's really similar to the one I have. No surprises here, which is great because it's a beautiful color. Granulating, if I'm not mistaken. It's a kind of a brownish purple, I would say. A bit like a hematite violet type of color. So the first row is done, and now we have Sepia, that is PBR7. It's the same pigment for umber, and this is really rich. It's very opaque, as you can see in here. I'm gonna try to dilute it a little bit. Then we have Sanguine. That is a type of a reddish brown, PR101, and this is also quite opaque. It's like an English red. So far there's a really good variety of tones in this set. I'm very happy with it. Now we have Raw Umber. It's another PBR7. This one looks a bit more transparent and more on the greenish side. This sepia, actually, as it's drying, it is not as opaque as it looked when I just laid the paint on paper, and it has a beautiful granulation as well. It's amazing how you can get so many variety of brown tones, isn't it? Now we have graphite, that is gray. Also looks a bit opaque initially. This is a great set if you are into painting landscapes, I guess. Lots of natural tones. And I think this is really made with graphite because it looks like it has a sheen. I'm doing a bit of a mess here with the water drop, so I'm just gonna dry it a little bit. Now we have the blacks. First one is Roma Black, PBK 11. Interesting. It's more of a dark brown than a black, but you could call this a warmer black, maybe. Then we have lamp black. This is PBK 6. And ivory black. This one doesn't have a pigment number on it. Looks quite transparent also. It's more on the warm side, I would say. And last but not least from this set is charcoal, another black. Oh, this has a nice texture. It looks really interesting, and I'm thinking of doing some experimentation with this color and other colors like yellow, create some green. Has a nice texture, granulating. I think it may be real charcoal. And let me just remove a bit of the excess water here. And now I'm going to swatch the samples that she sent me as well. The first one is the Benz Yellow. It's very nice and bright yellow. I like it. Looks semi-opaque. Then we have Hematite Red. They are really creamy, the samples. I just put a little drop of water beforehand, and I didn't need to rub too much the brush to get the color payoff. They are rich. Hematite Red is really beautiful as well. Is yet another different tone of brown. Just trying to dilute it a bit here to show the texture, because usually hematites have nice granulation also. Then we have Italian Raw Sienna. It's a nice raw sienna. And the last of the bunch is the one that I have no idea what the name is. I could not access it on the website because it's closed, so I'm not sure about the official name. I wrote Sia with a Y, but I may be wrong when I'll be editing this video. If I find the name, maybe on their Instagram account, I'm gonna add here on the screen. It's a nice grayish blue, or bluish gray. And yeah, here you have it, all the colors swatched. And as usual, I'm going to now let those dry, and once they are dry, I'm going to be showing you the close-up better. But before that, as I said, I think I'm going to experiment a little bit with this charcoal. I'm very curious about this color. So let's try a bit of, I'm gonna maybe do some wet on wet mixes over here, see how it goes. I'm gonna try to mix the ISO yellow or ISO yellow and the charcoal. You can see that this yellow doesn't have a lot of dispersion. It doesn't move a lot. Now let's try adding the charcoal. I'm trying to encourage it to mix, but I'm not really getting a green. Now yes. A very muted brownish green with the texture of the charcoal. Let me try now with the Benz yellow over here. I'm gonna try doing a diluted wash of Benz yellow. Maybe I need to add a little bit more yellow. Yeah. Here we have a kind of a muted olive type of color, because this is a more lemon yellow. It's a cooler yellow. And I can see definitely the texture on this mix over here coming from the charcoal. What else? Maybe I'll try doing the same with the titanium buff. That is also a light color. And it's funny because now it's dried, it looks a bit warmer than when I swatched it. This is a more opaque color, so I'm not sure how it's gonna look, how this is going to look with the charcoal. Interesting. Turns into an interesting gray. Almost like a taupe color. Again with beautiful granulation. And I feel like trying one last mix. I want to try the titanium buff or buff titanium with this Sierra or Syrah color and see how it looks. This black is also granulating, so it will be interesting to use for mixes. I'll do some experimentation and then we'll see. I may share another video where I show possible mixes with some of these colors. Yeah, you get a kind of a steel type of gray, which is quite nice as well. So I am going to now leave this alone, let it dry, and once it's dry I'll be back to show you the close-ups. So I'm back and I have all of the swatches dry. I'm gonna show you a close-up now. Like I showed you before, I did some experimentation here mixing the ISO yellow with charcoal. I didn't really get a green, but more of a kind of a brownish color. I tried also the Benz yellow sample with the charcoal. I get a slightly greenish yellow. Then here you have titanium buff with charcoal, titanium buff with this Sia color. And then here I tried another one. I did the ISO yellow with the ivory black. You get a kind of muted ochre type of color. And I finally got a green mixing the Benz yellow with the ivory black. I'm going to be experimenting more with these colors. I find they are really beautiful. I don't know if I have a favorite. I really like granulating colors, so Gotite is a beautiful one. Love the granulation on that one. Also transparent Red Oxide is nice. Armenian purple is very unique. Very unique color with nice granulation as well. And yeah, I think I like all of them, to be honest, but I have to be experimenting a bit more, trying to paint some natural subjects. I don't know, maybe some mushrooms, who knows. I'll be sharing here soon if I manage to do something interesting. And if you stay till here in the video, again, thank you for your support. Remember to give me that thumbs up, and I see you soon. Bye.